Pretty good. It's pretty good frame. Hey, we live. Yo, welcome to BlackMenVentTV.
Greetings and salutations. It's not recording.
You got to. It's not.
No.
How you figure?
There it goes.
It's 10 seconds in. How you
I
thought?
wasn't doing that before.
I got a song, man. Let's play the song. Let's wait till some people get up in here, man.
Old Negro spiritual.
Old Negro spirit. Old legend Negro spiritual. I'm gonna play it twice though. Good word.
Yo, she take the baby over grandma's before she hit the club, looking for love and money, drugs and dubs. She trusts to kill, walking through the killer fields. Niggas cop a bill, she turn around, frown, then she click them heels. Oh shit, there we go, sipping mo in the VIP section inside them fancy clothes. She act like she don't see him, no. Strike a model pose, he steady fucking with his nose. Fix a jacket, made approach, yo, you drink? You smoke? She looks him up and down, smiles, and then replies no. But her eyes glow with them dollar signs fully visible. But I drink, he knows the drilly, this is typical. Got an ill visual. And he plotting on like how he can make them fucking pretty legs divisible. He busy skimming on the bubbles. Surprised when he looked up though. 5 niggas holding and burning, screaming, now what's up, Joe?
We're gonna be here for like 3 hours, dude.
Yo,
pages, right?
she take the baby over grandma's before she hit the club, looking for love and money, drugs and dubs. She trusts to kill, walking through the killer fields. Niggas cop a bill, she turn around, frown, then she click them heels. Oh shit, there we go, sipping mo in the VIP section inside them fancy clothes. She act like she don't see him, no. Strike a model pose, he steady fucking with his nose. Fix a jacket, made approach, yo, you drink? You smoke? She looks him up and down, smiles, and then replies no. But her eyes glow with them dollar signs fully visible. But I drink, he knows the drilly, this is typical. Got an ill visual. And he plotting on like how he can make them fucking pretty legs divisible. He busy skimming on the bubbles. Surprised when he looked up though. 5 niggas holding and burning, screaming, now what's up, Joe?
Right, all right. Welcome to BlackMenVentTV. I think this is episode number 39. How you doing? Introductions, just to get off the back. Right hand as he stands, my right to your left. Big motherfucking country. What up, dog? You gonna need the mic.
Mr. T. Y'all ain't moving people, so y'all don't know.
What is that?
He's legend. You see how he look?
What the fuck is that noise?
You don't know. You don't remember that?
It's like a mean turd.
It was. You don't remember that, Mr. T?
What, Mr. T? What? On the show, the Rocky?
Yeah, you don't remember that part? Yeah,
barely. Barely.
I'm the movie guru, dog. It's cool, man.
You're the 80s movie.
It doesn't matter. New or old.
Anything past the 80s, this dude
Anything past Star Wars, he's not watching. He's not watching it.
But we got another Star Wars fan in the house, though.
He's not watching it.
To my left, your right, ladies and gentlemen, Quest 07. What's up, dude?
What's good, man?
What's going on, man? Give us an update, dog.
Do the Mr. T.
Not much, man. Just chilling. Another week down.
Another week down. We beating these fucking weeks down, dog. It seemed like yesterday it was just January, right? No?
Yeah,
no, it still feel like June.
Really? To you?
It did.
This shit went by fast as hell, man.
It did. Dude.
So what are you guys looking forward to closing this year out, though?
It's another year. Just breathing air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beating
pretty
them down.
much.
I mean, I'm not. I've never really been one of those
rolling back the years.
New Year's resolution ass people.
Yeah, me neither.
I try to do that shit throughout the year. You know, make goals and stuff like that to achieve. I don't wait to the end of the year to be like, oh, I'm gonna turn my life over to you know, to the owl or whatever, you know, to the rock. I don't, you know,
yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's just I don't. It seemed like people don't want to commit all the way to any damn thing.
Dude, I think
be it their own goals and
it's an
stuff,
excuse.
or
it's an excuse.
it's an excuse.
It's an excuse.
Or religion.
Yeah,
People won't say
most
they won't claim.
resolutions last for what, a few months at best anyway.
I was talking I was talking to the supervisor. The supervisor at the gym. He was like, what's getting ready to happen. I was like, yeah, I know the New Year's resolution.
January will be fresh fish on the line.
We'll be flooding the gym and be working out for 3 months. Like, yeah, I'm going strong. And then you won't see them no more after that.
Yeah, I go to the gym all the time, man. Like around January, we hate that shit because it's a bunch of fresh fish on the line, dog. You know, God bless them for making the initiative, but you got to be disciplined within yourself, right?
Yeah, that's why you don't wait until the end of the year. If things.
But I mean, what do you say? What do you say about the people? It's a new year. I'm gonna. Anyway, we have a myriad of things to speak about tonight. It's been a lot of things, man. So, gentlemen. Oh, I always forget to introduce myself. I am Mr. Legend. And if you look at my shirt, it says delusional. A lot of you motherfuckers are. You know what I'm saying? And that is a good t-shirt for tonight's show. And also, if you want this t-shirt or other type of merchandise, you can go to cafepress.com
and get that dirty mother t-shirt
/BMV ammo. It's called BMV ammo because when you go out amongst the people, they're gonna look at your shirt about 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They're gonna question it out loud or in their head at some particular
exactly. And this is my chance to go ahead and say delusional. You asked me about delusional. So what you believe? You think the problems of the world don't stem from you? Here, let me show how. Yo, BMV chapter 2008, section May, the first Friday, and break it down. But yo, wow, I know that's deep. But yo, I saw this week Jada Pinkett Smith was talking with. She has a sit down show,
The Red Table.
It's called The Red Table. Okay, The Red Table with her daughter Willow Pinkett Smith, or is it?
No, just Willow Smith.
Okay, Willow Smith. And her mom. That's her mom, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And they were talking about how they don't like white women or their problems with white women. I understood the mom's perspective because she was there in the 50s and 60s when white people were really, really bad, mean, abusive and prejudiced and racist outwardly more than now for you millenniums that wasn't back there. But first of all, what do you guys think about the relationship between white and black women, and why is that? Step up.
Well, me, I think black women are just pissed off that anybody but them is gaining the men's attention. All men. At one particular point, black women were the most exotic. Everybody wanted them.
They were considered exotic.
Yeah.
Even at the time.
The slave dudes. I've seen recently. I've been
what happened
at
in
a
that
couple
shit?
Of things. This torture room where they would have the women tied up, spread eagle in a room where they would come in and rape them.
I'm sorry. What are we talking about?
I'm talking about the black women, dude.
Oh, okay.
And they desired. There was a desire for black women, like heavily, like Latin women are right now. There's this big desire for Latin women because they're so beautiful. It used to be that for black women. Black women are. I watch when I'm on the street. I just look at women. I'm like, man, she fucking pissed off that she didn't choose that other dude. And that's the only thing that run through my mind. I watch women all the time, and I watch them walking, and they be sad, and they just be everything be going through. I'll be like
resting bitch face.
Yeah, the resting bitch face. That's exactly what be happening. And I just be looking. They don't see me. And I just shake my head. I'm like, you wish you would have picked the other dude, didn't you?
So what do you think is the biggest before
that? It's just it ain't. I don't think it's just that somebody they didn't pick them. They used to being the most sought after woman. Now everybody they are like the last option on earth. And if that was me, I would feel extremely bad that you are the last option when you used to be the first and only option because you were so exotic and you were so beautiful. I can't tell you the last time that I've seen just a beautiful. I was walking, driving down the street, and I seen a beautiful black woman. I can't tell you the last time. Used to see it all the time growing up.
Yeah, remember we used to
used to be like this.
They'll be walking down the street or something. And
you pull up at the light, and then you look over, and it'll be a carload of them. Now, y'all men, check out when y'all out. Just look
so much.
Just look. Y'all be looking. You be like, man, she's upset. She mad as hell. She ain't picked that right dude. She got 2 million kids at the house.
I got something on that too.
Her hair ain't done.
What you think? Black women's big beef with white women?
I mean, it seems to be a hate-love relationship. Big Country touched on it a little bit of jealousy, envy, as far as the hair. I think even the style. But I don't know. I don't think white women even seem to care as far as what black women say or think about them.
They don't give a flying shit.
They powering forward because on that one. They don't give a shit.
They never respond to any of the
no, they don't.
The lash that black women throw out at them. So I don't know. It's all silly, but that's my take on it.
I think that that we know that women can be catty by default. Just I don't care what color they are. They are very sneaky on it. Like I always think about like why the fuck do they expect us to get along with women when women don't get along with each other? You know what I'm saying? Like you expect us to put up with that crazy shit? I mean, come on, man. Let's look at a sliver, a 0.001 slice of the woman brain pie right here. They get pissed off if somebody has on the same outfit they have at a party. They get real pissed off.
It don't matter. Females get pissed off if somebody get more attention than them.
Exactly. I'm just saying this is just catty. This happens in any race though, right? You know what I'm saying? So when you get to a group of women who are just like don't like these women over here, but then again take on all of their style. Like I always hear this shit about the standard of style is European. I'm like, who said that? Who said, all right, the pinnacle of beauty is European women. Everybody buy wigs and put on a smackle of makeup.
Okay.
And if you got an accent too, go ahead, throw that shit in there too. You know what I'm saying? If you wanna be good, you know what I'm saying?
And you were talking about it, but I wanted to, when I was watching the interview, because Jada and her mother hair is blonde. And I was like, I hate them so much, but yeah, your hair, your everything. You just try everything to be, instead of being a black person, you just try everything the complete opposite to look as close as possible to white women, because you see men gravitating toward it and you're assuming that
it has something to do with looks.
It has something to do with looks. It
does not have anything to do with looks.
And you can tell a woman this to her face. You can tie her up in a room and for a month. And once you finish, she's still going to think it's about the looks. And she'll go out and get a butt injection and die next week.
Yep.
And all of that shit.
Yo, I don't mean to cut you off. I want both of y'all to remember a
high school Ezra. Yeah.
A beautiful, or in your idea, scale of 1 to 10, you ain't got to say what it is. Do y'all remember Spike Lee's sister?
No.
You don't remember her and the one she had like crazy eyes and like a natural hairdo and shit like that. She used to be in all his movies in the beginning.
If I see her, it'll.
But anyway, she struck me as beautiful in a black way. You know what I'm saying? She didn't have to glue hair to her head. She didn't have to put contacts in. She didn't have to bring in a style that was already established. I'm like really, really mad at black women for not pushing that natural style forward. Like I Google, because they act like, oh, we gotta do this to our hair. But then I Googled black hairstyles. You know what I'm saying? Natural black hairstyles for women. And it was like a fucking like 20 different hairstyles.
Dude, these motherfuckers
Dyed it, dreaded, or just frizzled out, or whatever, afro puffs in it. And it was beautiful, man. And I was like, then we posted up that shit this week with old girl that her edges was fucking gone.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like a project, little boy.
With that weed, man.
You know what I'm saying? Check out BlackMenVentTV on Facebook. But I'm saying when they say we hate ourselves, I don't see us like trying to straighten up our hair and get a bob.
You are absolutely correct, and that's exactly what I was getting ready to go to. I don't see no black man going to the extent of going to surgically get his eyes changed colors or whatever. There's a couple of weeds here and there that has some psychological or some identity crisis issues where they are going out trying to fit in, and they might dye their hair 50 million colors or put a whatever piercings all over the place or whatever the hell, but not to the extent of black women. Black women will go out and buy, like something is wrong with their hair. They will go out and buy.
We didn't tell them. We didn't tell them, yo.
No. The feminist movement told them this. You don't want to look like that. You want to look like this.
I'm saying, but though black women's style has far surpassed what we didn't have no say in all of this. We didn't say, you know what, bitch with red bottoms on shit.
Right.
Oh man, a bitch with rhinestones in her nails. Goddamn, that shit killed me. No, we ain't say none of that shit. They went, because I did notice that females, they don't respect our view of what beauty is. You believe that? Us, the one that think they honestly beautiful, they don't go off of that. What they go off of, like, we don't know a sense of style. If we say, hey girl, you look good tonight. You know what I'm saying? She like, yeah, whatever. You just a guy. I can wear $3 leggings and you'll say the same thing.
Nowadays, women need validation from other women.
Right, exactly. If a woman sees another woman with red bottoms, she got a Louis Vuitton purse on, and her shirt is Versace, Nucci, and all of this, then if she give another female that, hey, girl, you put together tonight, that is solid gold right there.
Right.
So this shit ran away. She was like, oh, you got that yucky Hawaiian, wet and wavy, 19-inch Brazilian mixed with Venezuelan. Oh, shit, I know that shit costs some money. So, girl, you got it going on tonight. We sitting up there like, what, I can't pull it?
That's real. Yes. Yes, you said it. You absolutely said it. That's exactly, that is it. They have been taught to, the epitome of just everything on life is somebody in power. So being that the white man is predominantly empowered, so that everybody says, because the people that actually control her, if y'all could see that room of people, y'all be like, they got us, they tricked us. It ain't just one color of people in that room. No, whatever they know that we don't know, it'll blow your mind, dude. It'll just completely blow your mind. But it's just the contradictory that happens. I'm at the point where I just laugh very hard when women just come up with this bullshit. It is super funny because they are a walking contradiction. Everything, their hair, their everything is just a contradiction. Their contacts, eye, hair, butt implants, boob implants, all because they saw something that they thought. They didn't come and ask the men. They just thought, oh, this was the man going over to her, so it had to be something with looks. so I'm gonna go get hair and boobs and ass like her.
Well,
When it ain't gotten shit to do with that.
What they don't understand is that that's not the answer, and that's our whole point right here, right?
Right.
They don't understand that looks and tacking on wigs and blonde hair and all of that, and I don't know, copying their standard of beauty.
Black chick, dark skin. With blonde, I can't.
I'm like, I don't give a fuck, but I don't give a fuck what you wear, what you do. It's 2018. But my thing is, don't sit up here and say that we hate ourselves or act like you some type of big wig superstar celebrity because you have contacts on and a wig, and actually you look like Who Said Fred when all of the shit is off of your ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, don't play it like that. Like, yo, you want to rock pink hair and army green now? I don't give a shit. But don't start coming at people like they less than you or you bougie or this is who you actually are when you got on all this fake shit on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't try to blame it on the European standard of beauty. The reason why they got this shit got away way out of our hand is because Rudy Poop dudes would hit any goddamn thing. They be like, oh yeah, your green hair, that shit is fly, girl. Okay, take that off. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you want. Yeah, hell yeah. You look good as fuck. Yo, take that shit off. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be 50 dudes like that in their inbox. So they can wear pajamas to the corner store. They can wear the bonnet out in public. You know what I'm saying? And that's my whole point with that.
Even to bed. I can't stand a woman that go to bed dressed like a fucking assassin. Look like a ninja and shit. Take that shit off. It's all an excuse that black women do. If you were raised to learn how to take care of yourself, then every other race gets up. What do you think Puerto Ricans and white women and Latin women and Muslim women, what do you think they do with their hair? They comb it before bed. They comb it when they get up. What the fuck is you all's problem? I don't understand. This is the laziest shit I ever seen in my life. Everybody else on the planet get up and comb their fucking hair, but you all motherfuckers. You got to tie it up.
I thought wigs was for old ladies.
You got to tie it up like you about to go do a fucking secret mission and shit. You got to do all this crap. Fuck that shit. Let your soul glow. Let your soul glow.
Yo, what's next on the syllabus?
Yo, if y'all want to call us up right now. We taking questions, man. 850-706-0615. You dig? That's 850-706-0615. What's up next, man, that we wanted to talk about was there was an article that I found that was talking about the real reason why black women are single.
Oh, by the woman?
Yes, written by a woman. You know what I'm saying? I thought the article, I think I have it right here too. I paraphrased it, but she started out really, really, really good. She said, you know, throughout my years, I think she was in her mid-30s, or, you know what I'm saying? She was like, I learned that a bad attitude is not attractive to anyone.
Some
learned.
Some women think it's
where did the fuck does that come from?
I don't know where it comes from. It has to be some simp dude entertaining this crap, but because I can't understand why I've run across women that be sassy and do the baby thing and then give the attitude, and I just be like, this motherfucker crazy as hell. Where did they get this? If you're a grown woman, don't act like a baby. Don't give don't have an attitude for sport. Don't do that shit. That shit it's very uncomfortable. It's very childish. I don't know where women got that shit from. I can't stand it personally. I just can't.
They must have got away with it with a Rudy Poop dude who was just in it to bang. This is their audience at the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I don't get into the habit of trying to understand why someone would need to learn not to have a bad attitude or whatever the case. If they do, it's something obviously wrong with them. But the fact that they would point that out, like a point of emphasis, so to speak, as if it's something that should be celebrated. It's actually kind of embarrassing.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, it is. I mean, that's some ignorant shit to think that was cool when the whole world, when you start seeing your shit show up on cartoons, like on Family Guy, it was a scene where the black women were up there like they was fat at the table sitting like
yeah.
And I was like, burnt. They got y'all ass.
They don't see it. It blew my mind. Like the one
they see it. They act like can't nobody else see it. Like if we talk about it, everybody gonna find out.
Right.
No, everybody knows. If they set up there, you know how hard it is to make cartoons. They made a cartoon and they brought some women in, say, okay, here's your script. No, you got to say it with the neck. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. Oh my God. They know. Everybody knows. Everybody got mad at Bill Cosby for saying some shit. Yeah. You thought everybody couldn't see us. Like niggas do shit invisible. What the fuck? Well, hold on. Let me go through this list, dog. Also, she found out, number 2, that her professional credentials don't matter to men. Duh.
That's another thing. I just got in this discussion this week. A man, no matter what he does for a living, he could be a trillionaire. And decide to go to Taco Bell one day and pull up and see a cute woman working at Taco Bell and will be genuinely interested in her. Yep. Flip the script. Woman, she ain't no way in hell a woman gonna pull up to a drive-thru and the dude be like, hey, how you doing? And she, no way. It's not gonna happen. Females have a fucked up idea of what it means to be, you know, this. I'm quoting the air quotes with a provider, because you know there's a hidden agenda or line or whatever the fuck or what men are supposed to do, a standard of how men are supposed to be when it becomes to dealing with women. But providing does not mean financial don't nobody get it.
That's what they wanted to mean. I think that's what they wanted
to take, you know, to be able to protect and to provide knowledge and shelter and all that. And it don't take nothing to sit down and have a conversation to get somebody common sense and talk to them. That ain't money.
Right.
It don't take nothing to go money to go chop down no tree. It's people that live in the Amazon right now that live off the grid and ain't nobody getting no check. So I don't understand what women are talking about. They can't understand the feminist agenda. You know, I watched a documentary with this woman, feminist woman, and she was going through the laundry list of, I got the job, I went to college, I got the job, and I was
nobody
happy.
give a
I was
shit about
all these
shit.
goals. And when I finished and I was done, I just felt super empty.
Right.
Because okay, now what do I do?
You did it your way.
Now what do I do? Women need to understand, and people get pissed off with this. Everybody need to understand their role in society and the relationship. As to men and women, we are not equal. I wish people stop saying that shit. I can't have a baby. I'm not trying to take responsibility for the powers that a woman can carry a whole human being and give birth to. I don't want that responsibility. I respect that responsibility. And women in return, oh, I could do the same thing a man could do. And I just sent them something. I don't know if they watched it yet, but the female they're gonna laugh like a motherfucker. She getting her ass choked the fuck out because she decided she wanted to be a wrestler. I'm a woman. I can wrestle with men, and she getting choked out.
Believe in the hype though, don't they? They until that hammer come down.
Somebody always setting them up.
That hammer come down, they be like, "Oh shit, y'all got to change some rules up here."
Somebody always setting black women up for failure, and you know they just can't get it. When you want to be a Navy SEAL, they like, no, we got to do girl push-ups. We can't do the man. Right. That's sexist. That's sexist. Really, really. So what is there like?
They're gonna get in football and be like, y'all can't tackle us. That's just. You can't do brutality against women, but y'all, it should be equal in the NFL.
And gonna call the whole war off like, stop bombing. We have to change the tampon.
Yeah, war. If you see a woman, don't shoot them. If you see a man, just shoot them. Okay, because it's all about equality out here.
Yeah.
You got something?
Yeah, to piggyback on what Big Country said, a man's protecting you is not about. It's not always in a physical form. It's hardly ever really in a physical form.
Right.
Really though, really.
90% of it is from an intellectual aspect. You know what I'm saying? Like a man protects you by the wisdom that he instills into his woman. Like, you know, the dialogue that he engages into you with. That's why women are supposed to learn in silence. When a man is talking to you, that's mainly how he's protecting you. You know what I'm saying? He's letting you know exactly, you know, how to look at things. He's giving you the realistic or the logical perspective or whatever the situation is at that given time. So when women argue with their guy or challenge him or demean him, whatever you want to call it, they're not allowing that man to do his job.
Yep.
And most women don't understand that is you may as well point out another woman for your man to be with. Like when you do that to him, you know what I mean? So a lot of them, I mean, it is a total misconception as far as what provision and providing and all that stuff means. You know, they just reduced it
to money.
Yeah, all about money.
It's all about that money.
So,
but yeah, I remember one time it's on one of our videos on BMVTV, and I asked a woman in the parking lot if your man didn't want to come up here if your man didn't want you to come up here to this place, would he be protecting you or would he be controlling you? And she thought for a good long 3 seconds and was like, he controlling. You can't provide. Providing not only means it like the money part is null and void because there are men all over the world providing for their families in third world countries. You know what I'm saying? You might be like, yo, but he's not only providing, he's providing a space for his family to live, grow, and prosper.
With little to nothing.
Right. But protecting you has to do with, okay, you bringing Cordell through. My daughter's bringing Cordell through. I could obviously see Cordell's a gangbanger. Get the fuck out of here. I just protected my daughter. All right. Telling my wife not to go into an area or not to do something. I'm protecting her by saying that. But if you coming up with a race of women or a gender or a generation of women who don't trust the man's guidance or protection or provision, then what kind of shit, what are you doing? What's happening? That's
correct, Mr. J1S. You're absolutely correct.
Provisions and protection without.
Yeah, what do y'all think about? I always get pissed off when they say let a man be a man. Like,
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know. I mean, you would think it insinuates that
let them go out
that they're in a position to dictate.
No, like let a man lead or some shit. Like in a.
Is that what that means?
I mean, yeah, because they like, yo, you gotta let the man lead because you blah 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 blah. I'm like, I'm gonna always be a man regardless of what the fuck you do, shorty. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is that a lot of women do not trust men to lead, so they'll jump in the way. It's kind of like when somebody is driving you and they not driving like you know how to drive.
You get frustrated or whatever.
You get frustrated and you be like, yo, stop, slow down, make a left right here, blah, 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 blah. That's women coming at men not trusting their guidance or emotions and shit like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. That comes from, and I've been arguing about this. They be cutting my head off during the week, but that comes from the way women raise girls from boys. And women will raise a woman to try to be strong, to prepare herself for failure, basically, because that's only you preparing yourself to be strong is something about to happen to you that you need to prepare yourself for. Yeah, and boys, women don't prepare, and I'm saying this because for whatever reason, women don't understand that they the primary and parent in the world today. They the primary. They raising the children by themselves. I don't want to hear shit about the dad right now, because no matter if the dad was the good dude and he died or whatever, the children still got to be taken care of. I don't know why people don't get that part, but women instill everything into these girls. Get out here, get this money, and be strong, and be a this and be a that. And then the boys, they fuck it. He can deal with it. He a boy. He gonna be a man at some point. So they just let him hang by the wayside and eventually think that they'll eventually get it because they naturally And men will naturally eventually get it, but until they get it, they're little boys. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing. So they have to grow up wearing skinny jeans, thinking, oh, this is you're old school because you're not wearing women's pants, and you're old school because you don't. A real man can wear pink and no. I'm a girl at heart, and no, you got balls. If you have balls, you have balls, and you're a male. If you have a vagina, you're a woman. That's it. I don't care how many hormone pills you take and how many surgeries you have. All of that shit, you can put wallpaper on this fucking wall and make it whatever the fuck you want it to make it. But underneath all that shit,
still a wall.
It's still a fucking wall.
Still a fucking wall.
And I don't understand where people be just trying to disguise this shit as some fucking like this I don't know, obstacle in life. Like, oh, stop making these children out to be shit that they not. There's boys and girls. There's a boys' room. There's a girls' room. Don't send your daughter over to the boys' room, and don't send your son over to the girls' room. But this is what happens. And now you got a bunch of these crying ass, sensitive ass little boys walking the earth with their skinny jeans on and their joggers and shit, and flipping their fucking dreads back and shit like it's long hair. And fucking,
I saw that shit.
That
shit in the gym, dog. Where this motherfucker at the corner of my eye, I seen somebody do like this, and I was like, it's a girl in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you just know that motion of like when you got long hair, sometimes it gets in your face, and you just have this natural get this hair out my face type thing. Normally, girls have to deal with that. But then I guess when you're a guy and you grow your hair down, you take on that, and your mother is like your number one role model. Well, but here's the thing though, man. And I was just piggybacking off of you. Here are the things that she was saying why the real reason why black women are single. And the first one is that there's a shortage of good black men.
I can agree with that kind of.
You want to go down?
But I mean, what you got to say about that shit?
I mean, you want to go down like the first, because I'm sure the rest of them probably will coincide with. So yeah,
I can kind of understand and agree with that one because women are raising these little boys to not be shit. So I can.
No, here's the thing. Here's what I think about it. Okay, when you have a generation or generations of women that grew up without a father in a home, they have no frame of reference what a good man is. Right. Okay. They don't have the luxury of remembering their father to say, okay, my father. Now, a woman's father is her first foray into a man with unconditional love for her.
Right.
Yep.
Unconditional love for a woman. She's missing that. So whenever you ask a black woman, what is a good man? You're going to get 80,000 answers. And what there basically is wish list, because they have no clue what the fuck it is. Unless they grew up with a man in the house. It's your mom's job to put a good man in the house. Okay, for you to take this example from. So when they say there's a shortage of good men, women have this profile of what a good man is to them. But here's the thing. It doesn't match up with the real profile of what good men are.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, no one would take someone serious who refused to apply for a job, but then try to comment and give an assessment as far as how it feels to go out in the workforce. Right. But they've never applied for a job before in their life. So how can they give you any feedback with any merit?
Exactly. No frame of reference.
So I say that to say this, but women come out and try to give an overall assessment of men. Don't pay them any mind because they don't even approach men.
Exactly.
So they don't know what's out there. They have no clue. So when they try to come out and give an overall assessment, and I've said this plenty of times before, you're crazy if you take these people serious. If you take anything they say serious, you are allowing them to insult your intelligence because they don't approach men, so they don't know what their options are. Plain and simple.
Yeah, absolutely.
So whatever assessment or whatever opinion they give, they're simply talking about the type of man that they like, that have approached them, that they've decided to entertain, which is, I don't know what it equates to, probably not even 1% of men overall.
Well, somebody posted that today, that I posted it before. It was the man, he was doing a presentation or whatever, and he was saying why men don't approach women and all of that. But I've talked to several women who said that basically the whole gist is that they don't even want to deal with nobody who doesn't have the guts to approach them. And then these women also went on top of that and said that they are traditional.
And
why does everybody laugh?
Because I laugh at that because the tradition part that they trying to claim is lost. They don't understand it. Traditionally, when a man saw a woman that he liked, he saw her, he shot his shot, and because the girl knew better, because her father taught her better, don't be messing around with no boys, don't do this, that, and the other. The dude went and found the family's house. It's like, excuse me, sir, I saw your daughter. Woo, woo, woo. Can I date her? Oh, you seem, sit down and have dinner. Let's talk about it. And oh, you seem like a nice guy. Sure, I'll allow you to date my daughter. Boom. Ain't no chasing. Ain't no like women be like, oh, man's supposed to chase. I'm not chasing shit. If I can't say hello to you and you say hello back,
you know, when chasing
that's the end of that for me.
You know, when chasing started happening, this tradition they talking about is when birth control came out. Yep. And women could fuck without consequence. Mm-hmm. That's when guys started lining up. Can I take you out? Can I do something? I don't have to meet the parents no more. I don't have to act like we're gonna get married in order for us to do this. So, he just wanna take a walk. How about dinner? I know you want to go to dinner, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay, dinner. And then I get to smash. I mean, that's the tradition where we coming from, because real tradition had your parents setting you up with somebody else's child who they thought could strengthen the family and that could go ahead and take care of you. They made the choice, because obviously the choices that women are making now is dumb as fuck. I mean, because none of y'all getting married, no family is getting cultivated, nothing. So I think that was the tradition we were supposed to follow. But the tradition they're talking about is basically evil, greedy, I want you to take me out and treat me. Why? Because I'm a woman. Why?
I mean, it's people talk about communities and stuff like that. Like communities usually, raise the kids and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But people don't understand exactly what the whys, if I may, behind that. Communities were tight and were unified. They take care of each other, right?
Talking about like in the 50s, 60s.
Yeah, and this tied into the next generation. Little boys and girls were raised together. Everybody knew each other, right? So this stemmed from, like you just said, when parents used to arrange marriages for their kids or whatever. So in the community, the neighbors or everybody knew each other. So it's like, okay, yeah, my son and your daughter, I know their family already. So yeah, it's totally okay for you guys to go ahead and get together and date, because everyone knows everyone. We're going to keep it in the community.
Let me add to it. If you knew that this other family in this house, you knew families in houses, if their child was acting up or something was going on in that house, we don't fuck with them. All right. So when your son come over to meet my daughter, your son and your family better be in good standing.
Right.
Okay. Yep. My daughter or my son is not about to go off into some crazy shit.
Right.
And this is what traditional dating was. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, exactly. So it was never about someone chasing. I can't stand when I hear women say things like men are hunters. I'm like, look, stop trying to classify people as something that you want them to be, that you feel that benefits you. Dude. So fellas, when you hear women say I'm old school or I'm traditional, I advise you to just exit stage left.
Hell yeah.
They're trying to pull it on your ass.
Traditional women never say that.
Nope.
They never say that. You know what I mean? Like when they say that, they're selfish. 99.9 probability that they're selfish. They have in mind what they want somebody to do for them. The most they're going to follow that up with is the fact that they cook and clean. That doesn't make you anything, and plus there is no definition as far as what old school or tradition is. Every household has their own definition of that. Like legit, every household has their own understanding as far as what old school or tradition is. So you're not saying anything by saying that. To me, it's just niggerish.
Yeah. What it is, and that's why I said it was like evil, because you're trying to use the dating whatever diagram or culture in order to come up for yourself. Now we saw there was a news story on a woman who she scheduled a date every day of the month on Tinder or one of the dating apps, and she ate very well each day, had no intention of being romantically involved with any of the guys. She had a boyfriend, matter of fact. And so when you know that type of shit out there, you know the game has been perverted. Yeah. So I always tell people, you know, dating is so 1980s, because I think that dating back then was the best it was ever going to be.
What did that girl tell me?
Which one?
That you tried to hook me up with? When I asked her about
I'm used to fine dining.
Oh, fine dining.
Tried to pull it on my boy right here. I hooked him up with a nice little. He was like, what do you like to do?
I've never in the history of my life.
She tried to pull it on your ass, dude.
In the history of my life, ever heard? I'm trying to get the notes. You know, tell me about yourself. What do you like and all this stuff? Oh, vacation, all of this stuff that has to do with money.
All the shit I want you to do for me.
Yeah, all the shit that she want me to do for her.
Why are they acting like we can't see this shit 500 miles away?
And then when she hit me with the fine dining, I laughed so hard and I hit her back. I said, what is fine dining? And she laughed at me being upset because and because I guess she had to explain it. I don't know what that's why she was mad, maybe. Excuse me. But she proceeded to tell me, and I just laughed and laughed, and I was like, this is gonna be the end of this, because I've never in my life a female told me she liked fine dining, which means you want me to take you out. Now she's a gym rat too. So
bullshit. I saw her picture.
No, she's supposed to be a gym rat. So I don't know how you like to eat when you ain't even supposed to be eating, because you were supposed to be a gym rat. So I'm like, there's a bunch of contradictory things.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy motherfuckers out here masquerading as just fine. For other women to not acknowledge that and still be like, take me out, you got to buy me, blah, 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 you got to blah, without showing anything.
I mean, fellas, like, imagine how a woman will look at you if you looked at her weird because she didn't invite a guy over to her home within the first few seconds of meeting him. And if you were like, what's wrong with you? You must hate men.
Taking no girl to root.
You know, you must whatever, because you don't invite a guy over within the first few seconds of meeting him to spend the night. You know, they will look at you like you're crazy. Like you should already know why they don't, because they have to obviously get to know you, blah, 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 right? Okay, it's the same concept for us. Everyone at this point, they may not understand it in depth as we do, but everyone can at least agree that society is just crazy.
Yeah,
it's in a place that it shouldn't be. So for a woman to still expect someone that she doesn't know to do anything for her, I would look at her the same way they would look at you. You know, like if you said, hey, how come you didn't invite me over and we've been talking for 5 seconds or whatever, they will look at you bizarre. It's the same concept. So these people are scoundrels. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
They're just
true sense of the word.
Yeah, they're just
Google
selfish.
That, scoundrel.
They don't care about anybody or anything besides themselves.
Right. Whatever they perceive, because it's not always what helps them out. Like I was about to say, whatever helps them out, they're gonna choose that. But it's whatever they perceive.
Right.
Like I think Scooty J gonna take me to the Bahamas. He said it. I'm gonna go home with him tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go home with Scooty J, he gonna take me to the Bahamas.
Yeah, I mean, fellas, ask yourself, right? Like women all the time say you got to get to know someone and be friends first, right? Fellas, how many of your guy friends will have no problem taking you out to buy you a drink, or even just starting a conversation with you if you out wherever you may be? We've been friends for 25 plus, no problem for us. So how many females that say that it's about being friends have offered to take you out or even started a conversation with you before you even gotten to know them?
None, motherfucker.
And ask yourself, so if it's really about being friends, then why are so many stipulations included in this? Why is it so sexist and hypocritical?
And on a tangent, man, on a tangent, it's like, you know, whenever guys talk about they're in the friend zone and you try to make a move and they're like, we're friends. Stop. Don't do that. I don't want to mess it up.
Leave the motherfuckers alone.
It's because they don't want to put you on a program, dog. It's an exploitation program. We call it the program.
Yep.
All right. They're going to be like, how much can I get from this dude and how fast? All right. They don't want to do that to somebody they want to hang around. They want to go ahead and do that to somebody who they think they can exploit and get what they want. And then whatever, go move on to the next dude when he can't provide that entertainment or money or taking them out anymore.
Oh, like
this
is the chick you just said with all of the fast food, the taking out and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't worried about. You can go to that girl house right now and look in that refrigerator. There will be styrofoam containers up the wazoo because she has this dude on this day or 2 or 3 dudes a day to take her out to eat, so she doesn't have to buy groceries and she doesn't have to spend money on whatever
that fine dining bullshit, dog. That was a shit test. That was like, let me see if I could pull it on dude. I like fine dining. You supposed to be like, oh, I do too. Hey, let's go to Roof Chris. Yeah, you want to go to Roof Chris? Okay, cool. Then maybe you might give me a chance to smell it afterwards. She could be like, nah, I'm a good girl. And then she gonna go, you know what? You know what has been confirmed to me many times, dude. At least more than 3 by female friends that I know. They said that they will go on a date, and I read this in a couple books too. They will go on a date with you, the nice guy, have a great time, laugh, joke, get drunk, whatever. She get horny, she's not gonna give it up to you. She's gonna go home and she's gonna call Big Dick Bob to take care of that for her. I'm like, so are you serious? So this guy that just spent a lot of money on you, treating you, making you have a good time, he gets prohibited. But the scumbag dude that treats you like shit, don't give a fuck, you gonna give him the pussy.
He get the spoils,
right? So I saw on a video on YouTube before. I was like, yo, don't do that. You want to be the dude that she called afterwards. Don't be the dude that's going out there doing that.
I mean, fellas, if a female expects you to take her out or whatever it is, then she can never appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Mm-hmm. So fellas, just stick with the basics. You know what I mean? If she's expecting you to do this, or if she feels like you're obligated, however you want to slice it, give it a name, then she'll never appreciate it. So understand it's a waste of your time, money, energy, whatever you want to call it, to even try to invest in that type of situation. Right? And it's unfortunate that this is the norm. You know, I used to struggle with the idea of trying to differentiate prostitution versus dating. And the only difference is prostitutes are honest. Like they're like, hey, this much for the night, and they're not going to have any attitude or any drama behind it. Versus a non-prostitutional woman, you're going to take, same time, money, whatever the case may be, but it's a lot of manipulation involved, attitude, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, I mean, legit.
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah, that is the $1 million question.
Because I mean, hold on. If a prostitute is like, yo, you can't do nothing with me unless you pay the money. And then you meet a girl and she like, yo, you can't date me unless you pay the money. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if it's not the damn same, it's damn sure close.
No.
So what?
This shit the same.
This shit is the same. You know what I'm saying? It's like it depends on the time of day, which one you want to call it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the thing about it is, it's like when you know that good women or whatever know this, why are they still harping and trying? Are they good women? Can we call them good women
No,
if they expect a monetary? Because I know there's been times, man, I know, and this is how we know better, because there's been times when we didn't have to pay shit, and we had some very good-looking, cute girls that were great and had a good time with us.
Yep, great time.
They weren't black, though. You know what I'm saying? And they honestly enjoyed our company. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have to be out nowhere. We didn't have to spend money. And the thing, and to see these black females harp this shit with so much pride, like, I know this shit is right. You're going to have to pay something if you want to get to know me. And then to go ahead and experience real women who just like, yo, what y'all doing tonight? Nothing. We just chilling. Can Can we come through? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Not to fuck, but just to hang out and have a good time. Remember, like, you know, a good example is like when Janet Jackson was on That's the Way Love Goes video.
Yeah.
It was dudes, it was girls in there. They was all chilling, having a good time.
Listen to music, bobbing. Yep.
Right. What happened to that? You know what I'm saying? If I've seen many memes on the internet where women are like, don't go to his house on the first date or whatever like that. Don't, you know what I'm saying? All of this precaution, but they still end up losing. You know what I'm saying?
Those are the recovering whores. Like I like.
Do you remember the chick? Remember we picked up them chicks from the club down the way. Oh, and we got back to the crib, and this stupid bitch sat up here and held the door open. We was like, we're gonna come in here, take a couple shots, and then jet back out and go get something to eat. Or fuck, whichever one I was into. You know what I'm saying?
I have no clue.
Her girl came in and sat down. What the other girl do?
Stood in the doorway, holding the door open, and I was like, immediately,
they were black.
I was like, you know what? This is a whole bad situation I'm not about to put myself into. I came in, I got whatever I needed to get, and I went right back out. I said, because I was like, you came over a whole individual's house to stand in the doorway? Yeah. I'm like, you sound like you it seems like you're playing some type of game that I do not want to be a part of.
In your goddamn head.
And
that's
women,
what that shit is.
Women do that shit quite often, and men, you have to if you ain't got no backbone, you better grab some and just stop dealing with this shit. Stop feeding into this bullshit. They'll stop.
We have to come up with some signs.
Yeah, she'll be the one to call 911 and say you did whatever to her.
And now you got to go to jail and explain yourself because all you did was leave, and she stood in the doorway.
You know, I always call bullshit. Even back in the day when we were doing the show, when we would have women get on the show as guests, and they would be like, "Well, we don't know you. Hey, you know what? You can leave." Like for real, because we're good people. We have no drama, no issues. Don't bring that nonsense over here with us. You know what I mean? So you can leave and go back to where you are. It totally is.
Who else thinks that just assumes that you're a criminal because of who you're male and your skin color?
Right.
Who else?
Exactly.
Who else?
White supremacists.
Who else would be like, I don't know you, you might blah, blah, blah. You think it was like that shit back in the 70s? Hell no. They'd be like, hey, brother, oh, my brother need help over there, blah, blah, blah.
People had way better judge of character.
It don't even mean that.
How
many times, how many axe murderers do we hear? I mean, the real people that's killing, they love them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But let you be a nice guy, just being cool and respectable and shit like that.
Well, maybe because
you might be an axe murderer.
Maybe because it's
the
alien.
Fuck type sense does that make?
It's alien to them. If they normally are dealing with dudes that are raping and pillaging and all of that type of stuff, and then they run up across you like you're weird. So they think something dangerous is getting ready to happen because they're not used to somebody behaving like they got some sense or somebody is genuine in what they say. This is why I try to tell dudes all the time, the young ones that I talk to and the older ones that I talk to, be who you gonna be all the time. Don't flip it up to try to entertain one of these females because they got vagina. It's 50 million pussies out here on the planet. If trillions of them or whatever the hell. You can go outside and the wind blowing whichever direction you feel like you walk that direction, you can pick up a piece of pussy. So don't do it. Don't sell yourself short to go out and live. It's like going to rob a gas station when you know you should be robbing the bank. You're gonna rob a gas station. You're gonna rob a gas station and spend 20 years in jail for $500 at the register, as opposed to going to bank. The risk it don't match up.
Right.
So you just make sure you be your man. Be who you are. If you don't know who you are, find out who you are. Don't deal with nobody until you find out that.
Yeah. What you got, Legend?
Yo, Mr. J had a good question, man. Here it is right here. What do you think a generation of women who depend on sex to navigate life will teach to their daughters?
How to fuck.
The same thing.
Yeah.
and
The
then
country
be like,
How could they teach them anything else?
men are sexist.
I mean,
and men are
people
this.
learn how to do life, and if they have children, they're gonna teach their children how to do life according to the way that they learned or the best way that they know how.
Yeah,
Right.
This cycle has already been in the works for the past how many decades? Already?
Like 3. It's got to been
Yeah.
like 3.
These are your modern day manginas, simps, ratchet, scalawag people. They breed
Very low grade.
They breed
people.
and they recycle each other.
Yep. And more than smart people. Smart people sit down and say, hey, I think that, the place where we are in life, that we should go ahead and try for a kid now because we can afford it and we can give the child the life that it deserves because we're calling them from the ether realm into existence. Let's not do that for a bogus ass reason. You know what I'm saying? But stupid, dumb motherfuckers popping them out like that, and they teaching them the same ignorant shit that they know how to do life. This is how you crack cars, Junior.
Yep.
Look, if you see something and you can steal it, you better go ahead and steal it.
Or
they slipping, they deserve it.
Or the women.
Don't you get caught slipping. You know what I'm saying?
That's the one thing I hate that women that I heard over the years growing up. You run across the women that they get all holy and thou when it comes to birth control. I don't believe in birth control, but you gonna let me put my body inside your body? I got into an argument with a girl. She said she does not believe in kissing. She's like, it's gonna sound weird. She's like, I don't believe in kissing somebody when you first. I said, but you believe in letting somebody put their dick inside you when you first meet, but you ain't gonna kiss them in the mouth. I told you it was gonna sound weird. I said, you are sick. Something is wrong with you.
Yeah, something's wrong.
Something is wrong with you. You don't understand. Wrong. Women have fucked themselves up so bad they don't understand the importance of somebody being inside their body. They don't get it. They just treating it. I don't believe in birth control. I don't believe. And most of the women be like, I don't believe in birth because they think they're gonna get fat. Y'all bitches fat anyway.
That's why they don't believe in birth.
Y'all fat. It's
not
anyway.
No religious reason. It's because what is it called? Deprivata.
I know.
We'll make them fatter, and they don't want to do that. Yeah. They don't want to get the implant. They don't want to get the shot. They don't want to take the pill.
I don't know. I've been trying to make sense, make up shit for women. I don't know if it's because you're looking down on yourself and you look slim. I don't know if that's what it is. But
how about stop eating? How about that?
No,
then you won't be fat.
I get that part, but I just like, okay, they got to be like looking down on themselves like this. Oh, because I'm slim. Because some of the stuff
can't see my pussy.
Right. some of the stuff that women wear, I just be like, you had to know before you left the house that you shouldn't have put that on. You had to know that. But from the inside looking out, you get look slim in this or whatever the case may be. But we got a call or was that
no?
Was that a message?
We gotta wrap it up. We did it already. So we posted this post from a young black lady earlier this week, and it kind of like really got to me because it just seems as though if they speak it or they type it or whatever, then it is law. It is for real. Because what's really pissing me off is that they are creating their own narrative and then running with it as if it was reality.
Right.
Like you will notice, gentlemen, whenever you talk your rhetoric or your logic online, they'll say something like, who hurt you? Or something happened to you when you were younger. I'm gonna pray for you. God bless you.
Or you're angry.
Or you're angry. They'll go ahead and give you what they believe, what they want you to be. Not that, the black family has been decimated in the last 30 years. So there's a lack of father figures, and this is the reason why we're having trouble finding good people or getting together. That's the reason why black people, the black family is suffering. Not that. No, something happened to you. So that's dismissive. Something happened to you. There's something wrong with you. So just go ahead and get you some help. I'm going to pray for you because I've already told you that something's wrong with you. So you go ahead and get help. Okay. So we found this very, very weird ass post of this woman talking as if everything she said was fact, when in fact this is a delusion. This we wanted to read this to you because this is a step in the mind of these idiots, these fucking dingbats. They actually believe this shit. All right, here we go. Okay, first of all, she leads off by saying defined ascension, rising to greater spiritual, mental, emotional, physical level. I am speaking in regards to the whole person. This ain't about a raggedy ass college degree. Your interpretation. But as Black women continue to ascend, it's crystal clear that we're leaving many Black men behind. There are far too many Black men that refuse to honor their power and assert themselves as kings. Thus, they are stuck, unable to thrive, plant seeds, and cultivate growth amongst themselves, their children, partners, and communities. It's disheartening to see many silent, docile, ego-driven, disrespectful, distracted, fragile, that's a lot of adjective.
Yeah.
Fragile males that truly believe they are supposed to lead a woman and receive their dinner plate first. Pathetic. No, that's what she said. Pathetic. I commend the many Black men who stand up and take responsibility for themselves, their families, and even go as far as raising other men's children because they see their brothers running low on integrity. The greatest downfall, setback, and burden many women have is the piece of man they chose. Big word there. They chose to love, protect, and provide for. Okay, so the woman is providing and protecting now. Okay, the monsters you feed are the monsters you become. Stay vigilant.
Okay, let me go in.
I should have been taking notes because there's so much bullshit in this shit.
Yeah, it is. When you sent it to me earlier, I got super hot because the Black man empowerment part, it pissed me the fuck off because women that fucking crazy where they cannot understand that they are raising little. No, it's not all. Women can't understand that they are raising little boys to become little girls, and then you're gonna turn around and tell me that they're fucking, yeah, you fucking did it. Yeah, they lost. You did it. You decided that you was gonna fucking ride Joe Blow the Lover Man with Raw Dog, and you popped out a seed, and then boom, now it's everybody else's fault but yours. Right. This whole thing is the sound just like that. It's everybody else's fault but the woman. Yeah, ain't no woman even on every talk show, every Steve Harvey bullshit, and every other fucking women supporting thing is everybody else's fault but theirs. Like they don't have the choice. Like if you like a woman decides to have an abortion, it's her right. It's her God-given right as a woman and blah, 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 and all of this crap. Now, if a man steps in and decides to do whatever the hell, or now he's a murderer. He's a murderer now because he wants to get rid of it. He's the worst person on the planet. But if a woman does it, it's her God-given right because she's woman power and all that bullshit. But this is the one thing that fucking pisses me off when it comes to, because everything starts from the children. I can't grow up to behave like whatever the fuck until somebody give me some instruction. And being that the women have the control of these children, and then, you know, they love to throw the claws in it because they don't want nobody to blame shit on them. Oh, well, if there was a father. So what you're saying is you just dumbed yourself down. You just explained that you're stupid because if there was a father in play, the kid wouldn't be fucked up. You just explained, and this should be pissing me off. I be getting hot.
People, it seems because like people act like they don't know.
it pisses me off that the women
obvious.
don't. I don't think. I'll be like, do you hear what you just said? You just said if the man is not there, that means you're stupid. You can't do it by yourself. You're a woman and you can't do it because a man is not there and you cannot do whatever the fuck. And then it's not just the boys, it's the girls too. You raise a little girl to be a whore and to be money driven or whatever the fuck, all the shit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I can take it. I was gonna do this on the show, but I ain't bring the light up here. I was gonna burn this. I was gonna burn a $100 bill.
Thank God, please.
I was gonna burn a $100 bill so people can understand it's a piece of paper. You're gonna fucking put your life, your joy, your everything, and you're gonna rate it on a piece of paper that can burn up in 2 seconds.
Yep.
That's too
Two
much.
fucking
That's
seconds.
Way too much.
It can burn the fuck up, and then now when a catastrophe happened, or like over in California that's getting ready to burn off the map, or a hurricane come through somewhere and fuck some shit up, and you got all the women reaching for men. They ain't reaching for no other women to help them. They're reaching for men. And now,
excellent point right there.
Now all of a sudden, y'all get it. When you're in crisis,
They're not reaching for other women.
When you're in crisis and you need help and your life is on the line, you get it. But when you're free to make these choices when women are free to make the choices on their own, it's we're upset. We're angry. Something happened to us in our childhood. We got beat, or we got rectally relieved, or whatever the fuck that happened.
In crisis time, man, your strap on is not gonna help you.
Yeah, the strap on ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It's just not gonna work. But that's the whole thing that pissed me off about this.
Only when y'all playing like you a man is when
it's
not when it's time to really be a man.
This woman contradicted herself 50 million times in this fucking thing right here. And and the bullet fucking phrase in this, the choosing part, that fucking shit, I almost peed on myself when I fucking read that part. I'm like, she just contradicted everything.
Unbelievable, the craziness. So wrapping it up, man. We
I ain't mean it. My bad, y'all.
No, you good, dude.
My bad.
What you think, Wes?
I mean, they don't realize how racist they are against towards black men.
Their own, man. Are we their own?
No,
I can't.
I mean, if
tell,
someone
man.
white talk to you the same way black women talk to you, I mean, it would be labeled
racist.
Yeah, it's just racist. And I've always said, no other race of women use derogatory racial slurs that their oppressors or people who enslaved them used to refer to them than besides black women.
Right. Yeah.
Black women call black men niggers every day. It's even on TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that identifies the level of disrespect.
They incorporating the bitch word now.
And
if we call them a bitch, it's against the law. But if they call each other a bitch, it's cool.
Right. So that identifies the lack of respect and the lack of appreciation they have for us. Now,
yeah,
they can continue to try to push these false narratives all they want. The buck has been passed. Too many black men are married outside of black women or have found success outside of black women. And like I've said before, social media just kind of put them out of business. It just exposed them. It magnified everything because now everyone has a platform.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has a camera and can post whatever online on social media so people see it. And the numbers don't lie. They don't play favoritism. Black women are the most single people in the country. So you have to understand.
In the world, Craig.
No other race of people, no other group of people anywhere has to promote this type of rhetoric anywhere. Like, you don't hear Hispanic people or white or Asian or Middle Eastern people saying we have to uplift our women.
Right.
Because there's no need for it. You know what I mean? So it's like you have to use common sense when you hear this type of rhetoric. There's obvious. It's like a patch. It's like a pacification. It's like, look, we know we're the most talked about people on social media in the world in a negative light. So we have to come up with something to pacify and pat ourselves on the back. You know what I mean? We have to keep this fabrication going on rather than just, hey, just do better. You know, so I tell the fellas all the time, if you're still trying to be a good guy to these group of women, you're being laughed at. You're legit wasting your time.
Yeah.
You know, like women all the time say men don't really want to talk. They just want to have sex, blah, 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 blah. And I always tell them, well, what have you offered conversation-wise that has enhanced the man's life? Nothing, because women usually only talk about how they feel and what they want. You're not offering this guy anything intellectually.
Or what matters to
Men,
them.
we created philosophy. We created poetry. You know what I'm saying? So I get why women will want to create or engage in dialogue with us, but they don't offer, you know what I'm saying, that in return. So yeah, most of the conversation with you is boring because it's just about what you want, how you feel, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
And like we talked about that, like how back in the 50s and 60s, like there was an article I seen where telling you how to be a good wife. And it was like women should be seen and not heard, because when two men are talking, they're on a logical plane. They're talking logic versus logic, and they're relating logically.
Correct.
You come in there with a whole different program, talking about how you feel, and oh, I like the colors that the president wears. That's why I'm voting for him. And we like, well, what is his healthcare reform? They're like, I don't care. He cute.
Yeah,
I'm gonna vote for him.
And real quick, not to cut you off, but this is critical. You know, if all the fellas is listening, and whatever your belief is, I don't care if it's Christianity, Catholicism, Buddhism, whatever,
Judaism,
they all say the same
Buddhism.
thing, which is women have to be taught how to love their men. They're not born with this. And the way that they are taught is by the example that their father and mother sets in the home.
Right, absolutely.
So this is why Black women are in the position that they're in, because they grew up in single parent homes and they're not being taught. And the way you are taught is not verbally, it's by observation, right? And if you see the difference from every other race of women, okay, as far as how they coagulate with their men and how they coexist with their men, is night and day. And like I say, you can check, you can reference to any religion you want, and it's in every last
any
one
religion,
of them.
any
they
culture.
have to be taught how to love their men. That they don't have that mechanism. When is the last time you've seen a Black woman blush over a Black man that she was getting to know or wanted to get to know? So understand that point.
Yeah. So, yo, I gotta scoot up here, man. We trying to make donations so we get rid of these wires. We're trying to get
we gonna get it together, man.
We're trying to get wireless mics so bad. But here's the thing with me, and good commentary for my brothers, you know what I'm saying, as per always. But this dang bat really, really, really fucked me up for this reason. First of all, she starts off with, as Black women continue to ascend. And I'm like, ascend into what? I mean, the whole world is like family is everything, right?
Right.
So, and we see that 70% of Black women are single, and about 80% of those, or 80% of Black children, come from single parent households. So it's pretty obvious that family is failing in the Black community. All right. So what are you ascending? Okay, if family is everything, what are you rising up in? It's not family. So what are you rising up in? They think that their career, their jobs, their education means something. Because you got a fucking job. You think that you're ascending. A job that you can get fired at any moment and it wouldn't be strange. They can get rid of you. Okay, now your status, you can't go shopping no more. You can't, oh, now you need a man. Now you need a man because you need money, huh? You know what I'm saying? So as soon as I seen that, and she said, we're leaving many Black men behind. Here's the thing. No, you're not. You're not. You're not leaving Black men. There are millions of good Black men. There's 800,000 Black men in prison at any given moment because they're coming in, they're going out. There's about, I think, 1.5 million Black men in college at any moment. You know what I'm saying? And pay in mind, that 800K that's in prison, that's from like 18 to 88. Now, those in college, the 1.5, they're like 18 to 21 or 23 or 25, depending on if they're going for something else after that. So where are you leaving? You ain't leaving us, okay? This is the thing about Black women that I understand. If you are not what they desire, if you're not this certain type of man, or there's a certain type, the 20% of men that they like, if you're not that type, then you don't exist. when you're relegated to a certain quality of man because no other men will date you, you're only qualified for the Pookies, the Ray Rays, and the June Junes because they're the only men that will act according to what you actually want.
Yep.
The good men who are doing great, the good black men, well, here's proof. The marriage rate for black men is higher than it is for black women. How the fuck did we pull that off? That's because, gentlemen, that our own women can't see what's actually good men in our culture. They don't see us unless we date out of our race. Then they see us. Oh, you're taking all the good ones, right? But here's the thing. They can't see good black men within their culture, but other women can in other cultures. You say he lame because he just go to work every day and he's square. He don't fight me. He ain't no drama, blah, blah, blah. You know, nah. But Preeti or Priya or, you know what I'm saying, Becky, they like, man, he go to work. He treat me good.
And we going to the Bahamas in June.
He funny. We going to, it's a grind every day. But look, we got a trip in June. And then after that, we going, nah. And you sitting up here ain't never been downtown in your own city before. You ain't never been no fucking where. And you still haven't learned. Yet you're ascending. You're ascending. It's a fucking joke. You a joke. You think nobody sees this shit? Everybody sees this shit. You like trash, but you go ahead and lie. Yeah, I know. She said it's many silent, docile, ego-driven, disrespected, fragile males.
I'm not.
This is a female calling men fragile.
I'm not.
Who the fuck in their right mind wants a woman like this? That is beefy, like you fragile, nigga. Now what?
That type of mentality is scary.
And you docile, and you ego-driven and disrespectful. Who wants that? Nobody. You can fool everybody, or you can try to fool everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, and then she goes on to say it's pathetic. So, just to cut it short, I ain't mean to go this long, but you see, they're not in touch with reality at all. So why even fuck with them?
Yeah, done.
What you need to do is identify. When you hear somebody talking jibber jabber like this shit,
bail.
Cut them off.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a logical debate with a female.
Yep.
They operate off of emotion. We operate off of reality, what's really real. So if one of them try to come up to you, you docile, nigga, just be like, yo, move around, shorty. Okay? Because I'm not in that life. I'm all about happy, fun, kicking it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You know, feminists will sit up there and these dingbats will sit up there and be like, equality. But I ain't paying for the first date, though. The man got to do that. And we supposed to respect that bullshit.
I don't understand why they can't see this blasphemous crap.
They see it, they don't care, man.
Right out in the forefront.
It's satanic.
In the same breath, talk about equality. But that motherfucker didn't hold the door for me.
But if you notice, real quick, whenever you see the feminists or whatever, or women activists, you would never see black men in the same room with them.
Hell no.
Because none of them would trade lives with us.
And not a one.
Not one. You would never see us in the same room with them. So
not a one.
We know who Satan is.
Yeah.
We're looking at it.
Fellas, well, we running short. We way past over, but I just want to say real quick, this is why all of us in here, man, get your passport, get out here, see the world, educate yourself. Just get out here and do this. Stop worrying about, leave these motherfuckers right where they at with their the Board of Cologne people, the question or something. Leave them out there. Leave them out there with they whatever the hell. They all down in Atlanta anyway, or they trying to move to Atlanta. Let all the black women with this mentality move to Atlanta and just leave them there, and then close off the borders of Atlanta and leave them there. But get out here, educate yourself, and see how other cultures are behaving. Because I know we are spoiled here in America, thinking that we are the only, our culture is the only thing that's happening on the planet. We are just one little fucking ripple in the pond out of all of this shit that's going on, and we're the only ripple that's behaving this way. So get out here and see what's popping, man.
Yeah, you definitely need to get out of the country to see how women are supposed to act. Okay, compared to this circus going on here.
I forgot to comment on the Brazil thing. You can go ahead and comment on that.
Go. What is the Brazil thing?
What's called them? The kid was talking about asking about moving to Brazil. Right there, you see him, the PT right there.
Yeah. Yo, hey man, if you can make it out there, cool. But there's a lot of shit in foreign places that we have to do without. Like you got to have a special adapter and find the Wi-Fi, because that's what they call it everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some first world country things that I still need, but they got some really bad women out there. You know what I'm saying? Not bad as in bad, but bad as in good.
Don't move to another country because they got gorgeous women, man. Don't do that.
But no, it's not that. Remember, Patrice O'Neal was like, the prostitutes out there are not like prostitutes in America. And it is a reflection on how women respect men in other countries and not here. Like here, the prostitute will be like, give me $20 to do this shit, and fuck you, you little pathetic motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You can't get it the real way. He was like, out there, they sell the girlfriend experience.
Dude, I tried to explain to a woman this week. The strip club would not exist if men were getting what they needed at the crib. It's plenty of people that go to strip club for conversation, or to see, or yes, I know 2 doctors. They come in there and they sit in that corner and they talk to the same girl every night. They tip her and they go home. And it's other men that live with a woman who dressed like a fucking ninja going to bed, and they don't see shit sexy, so they go to the strip club to see somebody actually look sexy, and then they go home. And women don't get it. They think it's some fucking nasty ass ordeal. What the hell is going? It's a supplement for what we're not getting. Men, the strip club. Do you seriously think I'm going to strip club? I got a fat ass woman at the crib dropping it like a. I'm not going to a fucking strip club.
I was thinking about that shit today, dude, and we gotta close it out. I was like, because I saw a MGTOW video, which reminds me, on CNN, Lisa Ling with a fine ass man. Oh man.
Oh, that clip I sent y'all. Did y'all watch it?
I don't know, but they had a special on MGTOW this week.
The clip
on CNN, and Lisa Ling was running it, and it's not a very good clip about it. It seems like they edited and they made it seem like MGTOW people hate women. But what we found, Mr. Sandman, which is a prominent YouTube channel for MGTOW, he found out that a lot of his videos got demonetized, and that we're finding out that like a lot of our videos are being demonetized. And then there's people like Sandman posted a video, and there were several MGTOW people under there saying, yeah, we got demonetized too. So it's coming down. And we always predicted that once MGTOW got into the mainstream, that they were going to dub us as the enemy, that they were going to dub us as women haters, when that's not what MGTOW is about. So what we need y'all to do is really, really, if you haven't so far, really support the movement, because they're about to make us enemies of the state.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're not about violence. We're not about hating women or nothing like that. We're not down with the exploitive role that they have for men today. You know what I'm saying? Marriage is fucked up. Dating is fucked up. All these things that men supposed to do have a fucked up result for us. And there's a lot of people that's waking up that's like, yo, we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Why go to work, raise children, and provide for you and put up with your bullshit for years when you just gonna divorce me and take half my shit? And I'm back in the apartment when I used to be captain of the Titanic. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody lining up for that shit. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, make sure that y'all, donate every way, which way possible. Go to cafepress.com /BMV ammo if you like, the apparel and shirts we wearing. Like us on Facebook, BlackMenVentTV. You know, Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. You know, support the movement, man. And we'll be back here next week. Anything?
Peace.
Again, thanks, Bernard. Appreciate it, man.
Bang,
Yep.
bang, bang. Jay Renard, man. These names do. You know, one thing about it, I like the old school people. What we got to do, we got to get our people back. So spread the word, man. If you don't do anything, share this link, whatever, just spread the word. All right, because there's 30,000 people out there that miss us. All the time we wasn't doing the show, people were still sending messages, still asking us, when y'all gonna do the show? When y'all gonna bring the show back? So we bring the show back, and we like, yo, where everybody at? Where's the army at?
Yeah,
You
spread
dig
the
where the
word,
Spartans
man.
at?
Spread the word, man. Drop some clips, do something. It don't even matter, man. You can't donate, spread the word.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, y'all. We'll get back at you next Friday, man.
Peace.
Thanks for coming out, man. Peace.